So now,
Bye!
get out of the car.
I said no! Threats that were made.
And I'm not even mad at you guys. I'm just mad at whoever called the police saying that we're trying.
Cops are often called in to maintain order and ensure safety within schools, handling various disciplinary matters with professionalism and care. But what happens when their intervention involves apprehending school bullies? Starting with a case of 18-year-old girl who causes complete chaos during arrest, Deja, October 4th, 2023. Deja, who was under the care of Alicia, a designated caretaker, refused to leave Alicia's car. Alicia drove her wherever she wished. However, Deja's refusal to exit the vehicle set off a chain of events that escalated rapidly. Deja had a history of negative interactions with the police, which contributed to her deep-seated animosity towards law enforcement.
Goodbye.
Just unbuckle and get out, ma'am.
Oh.
You can't stay in here.
I already asked to go back to the CYD office. That is all I need to say to you.
How old are you?
Goodbye.
How old are you? Oh, Deja, you're the one that got arrested at.
You.
We don't need to go that way.
Yeah, we
You
don't
don't
need
know
to
me,
go that way.
And I don't know you.
Yeah, you don't know me.
Okay,
So don't try
but
to
I know
act
you're
like
18.
you know me.
I know you're 18.
I'm not 18. You got that wrong.
Alright, how old are you?
Doesn't matter.
How old are you?
The officer's initial approach was met with hostility and refusal. Deja, determined not to comply, argued and cursed at the officer, challenging his authority and questioning the necessity of his presence. The officer repeatedly requested Deja to unbuckle her seatbelt and exit the car, emphasizing that her caretaker did not want her in the vehicle.
Why?
I have a lawful reason right now to identify who you are because you're not getting out of a state vehicle and they
I am
requested
a
me here.
Okay. Then if you get the out of here and get the away, I'll step out of the car.
I stepped back for you. I just spelled your last name.
I don't know.
You really want to go to jail?
No,
for
I'm trying to
concealed
step out of the car.
Okay, I'll unbuckle and I'll step out of the
Get
way.
him.
I'll step out of the way, but you need to start unbuckling now.
No, you need to back the.
I'm telling you right now, Deja, you're not in charge right now.
No, I need you to back
Alright,
up and
I will.
respect my space.
Okay,
and
I'm not
back
in your
the-
space. I'm
Alicia,
telling you right now.
Get this
Alright.
away from
So
me.
go ahead and start
before-
unbuckling now. There's no need for threats.
There's no need for you to be here or for you to try to talk to me, okay?
I was called out
Goodbye.
here. I was called out here.
Nah.
Right? So
Get him.
go ahead and stepping back, start getting your stuff and get out. So I'm telling you right now, you're getting out of that vehicle one way or another.
I'll get out of the vehicle when I'm ready to get out of the vehicle.
No, you're
When
gonna get out
gone.
now.
Alicia, get him the away from me.
She's the one that contacted me, so she needs my help. So Deja, go ahead and unbuckle and get out.
Unbuckled. Now
Appreciate
leave.
I
The
appreciate it.
out of my face.
Get out.
No, I need you to get the away from me.
I did. I stepped back enough.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
She insisted that she would get out of the car when she was ready and not on the officer's terms. Her behavior forced the officer to consider physical intervention, a step he was reluctant to take but deemed necessary due to Deja's persistent non-compliance. Finally, after several minutes of futile negotiations, the officer informed Deja that she had one last chance to exit the vehicle voluntarily.
You're gone.
That's not gonna happen because she called for my assistance.
Then I'll call for another officer's assistance because I'm done with this
Okay,
conversation.
go ahead
I
and call.
need you to get
You
away.
can call them you want. You want me to call you one? I'll get you one right here, right now.
Can you get him away? Look, I'm out of the car. Now
Appreciate it.
get on your business and get the out of here.
You could go over there.
No,
You could go over there.
no,
Get out of the vehicle.
no.
Deja, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna get out of the vehicle.
For what? Because y'all trying to arrest me for what
I'm
this
not arresting
time?
you. I'm just telling you, she doesn't want you in her vehicle. So you need to get out of the vehicle.
I don't want you near me. It's all the ass. I don't want you near me. No, leave.
That's not gonna happen because you're not the one that called me.
Look, I'm out of the vehicle.
I appreciate it. Get your stuff and
No.
get it out. You're not staying in the vehicle, Deja.
Yeah, leave.
Deja, get your stuff and get out of the
No,
vehicle.
I've actually talked to my
Nice.
caseworker. That's all it
Just stop
takes. I'll get my stuff out of the car when I'm able to talk to her and have a conversation with her when you're not involved.
Cool, it's okay. Just go ahead and get your stuff out,
No,
Deja.
this is why y'all think y'all have rights.
No, you think you have rights.
No, I
but you
know
don't
I have
But
rights.
you don't know them. But you don't know them.
You don't know them. You think because you're in a
Oh, man,
uniform
that's
you're
not for it right
entitled.
I don't think I'm entitled to anything, ma'am.
Then can you step out of my mother way okay and let me talk to my caseworker.
You get out of the vehicle and go over there, and you could talk to her right now, because your caseworker doesn't want you in this car. So I'm asking you nicely, please.
No, you're
go
not
ahead and get
asking
out.
me nicely.
I'm asking you, man. Please step out of the vehicle and come over here. Do you have any other stuff in the car? Just this right
A
here?
lot of shit's in the car. It's all mine.
No, what? Yours?
Fool.
Is this yours? What else is?
None of your business.
Deja, you need to get out of the car.
I need you to leave me alone.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You need to get out of the car.
I need you to leave me alone.
Deja, get out of the car, please.
No, I need you to leave me alone.
That's not gonna happen because I'm not called out here by you. I was called out here by your caseworker. They
Okay.
wanted assistance.
Okay.
Okay? So go ahead and get
Okay.
out, please. I appreciate that.
Out,
Go
fool!
over there.
No! I need you to stop talking to me and
It's
leave
not
me
gonna
alone.
happen. It's not gonna
Then
happen,
you're not
Deja.
gonna get your way either, cause look, I'm out of the car.
Get all the
And
way
look,
out the
I'm back
vehicle.
in the car.
Get out of the vehicle.
I need you to literally leave me the literal alone for 5
Take off?
seconds.
Do I have to take
Yeah.
Like, I kind of did, but I'm trying
Okay.
to watch her.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. We're just trying to figure out options, but we don't have.
I've been trying to
Okay.
figure out options.
Well, they try to help you,
I
and then
ain't
you.
talking to you.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you that she's talking to her boss, and they ain't got options.
I know who she's on the phone with.
Okay, well, get out of the car. Stop yelling, please.
No.
You know there's a charge for that as well, right?
Yeah. Okay. And.
Yelling and shouting.
Okay.
So you're
And.
just adding charges to your...
I'm not doing shit. I need you
You
to leave me
are.
the
You're
alone.
not getting out.
You're not leaving me alone.
At this point, I'm not
I
gonna
don't
leave
feel
you alone.
comfortable getting out
That's
of the car
fine.
with you
That's
around.
Fine. Get out.
No.
Get the... I'm telling you right now, this is your last chance.
I'm
Get
out.
out all the way
Get
out.
no.
Get out all the way out of the vehicle. All the way. Go over there.
No.
Step over there.
No. Get.
Step over there, away from the vehicle. Deja, I'm only giving you one more chance.
I've been out of the vehicle
Now
3,
get
4,
over
5,
there.
6, 7, 8, 9 times.
Now get over here,
Put
Deja.
your hands on me for no f***ing reason.
I have every reason to put my hands
No,
on you, so
you
you
really
need to get out of the way.
don't.
You're causing a scene for no reason.
You're causing a scene.
Get away from the car. Get out. She has to leave. She has other things she has to do.
Then I can talk to my
Deja's refusal led to her being physically removed from the car. Deja's continued defiance and verbal aggression left the officers with no choice but to restrain her. Despite being out of the vehicle, Deja would not comply with commands to stay back and allow the officers to close the car door.
Yes, get out of the car. Your caseworker wants you out. So get out of the car, please.
Okay, I'm out of the car now.
Go
Back
over here.
the f- away from
Come
me.
over here.
Back
Get all your
the
stuff.
Oh,
Get all your stuff and get out of the car.
I can't carry all my shit. It's gonna stay in the car, regardless.
Actually not. Because if she
I
doesn't
was
want
already
it in,
told that it could be stayed in the
Like,
You're
she
good with her
has-
property
She
to
has
stay?
a bunch of stuff in the back. and
That can stay?
My boss says that can stay.
For
if
now?
She's okay with me taking it to the office.
Are you okay with her taking it to the office?
Are you done here?
Are you okay with taking
you
it to the
done
office?
here?
No, I'm not.
Then
Yes
I'm
or no?
not answering your questions.
What do you have that you could take on you right now?
I'm not taking anything on me. I'm
Okay.
waiting for you to leave
Okay,
me
then,
the
then get out of the car.
I am out of the car.
Get completely out of the way so she
Simple.
can leave.
No.
And I'm gonna walk over here.
Her persistent non-compliance and aggressive demeanor led to a physical confrontation. As the officers attempted to place her in the patrol car, Deja actively resisted, making the process exceedingly difficult.
I'm gonna
No.
walk away for now, but when I come back,
I don't
when I come
get
back,
out. Don't
I'm telling you
step
right now,
to me.
what
Get
I'm
the
telling-
away.
don't put your hand in
Get
my
the
face.
out of
I'm
my
gonna tell you
face.
right now. Don't touch me and don't put your hand in
I
my
ain't
face.
touching you.
I'm telling you right now, don't put your hand in my face.
The
Alright?
f is it at, G? What the f is that?
Okay. So now,
Bye.
get out of the car.
Don't touch her.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. I told you once, don't get in the car.
The officers transported her to a hospital to check for any injuries sustained during the altercation. At the hospital, Deja's aggressive behavior persisted. She refused to cooperate with medical staff, screaming and cursing at anyone who approached her.
Can I please talk to him?
Yeah, I'll bring it over here.
Can I talk to Alicia? It's so fun. Can I please talk to him? Can you? I'll stop fighting, but can I please?
Yeah, you'll talk to her in a minute.
Can you please?
Don't put your legs in here.
No, can you please also press from my head? I have trauma to my head.
Move your foot.
not.
No!
Put your foot in.
Can you please tell me what's actually going on?
No, I'm not going to do that until you put your foot in.
Huh?
Put your foot in.
They don't want to get out of the car.
Ma'am.
Told her to get out. She's 18.
Put
So I gave her a lot. And finally she,
no, not when you're acting like this.
She didn't want
You're
to
acting
move.
ridiculous. Put your foot in.
I'm acting ridiculous!
I got resisting now.
I'm going to give you one last opportunity.
Can you actually tell me what's going on?
Not until you comply with the thing.
No, bullshit!
Don't grab me.
I literally just want to talk to my caseworker. Can you guys stop? Can I please stop? I can't breathe when you do that. Please just, can you please just stop?
It's on the side.
It's fine, I'll stop.
It's gonna.
Okay.
She's gonna put her in mind, so you don't put the bottle.
Well, it needs to be buckled up, but it needs to be loosened up.
I'll stop resisting, okay?
Too much slack.
No! It's not right! It's not right! It's not right! I'm trying to keep my cool. I really am. What the is that y'all want?
Chill out.
What was the point of it?
You were listening.
Her refusal to allow medical personnel to conduct a thorough examination further complicated the situation. The officers, determined to ensure Deja's well-being, eventually decided to transport her directly to jail. Deja's continued defiance and abusive language towards the officers underscored the severity of her behavior.
I don't want him near me! I don't want him around! He doesn't need to be around me!
Do you need some water?
No, I need you to leave me alone!
You're in my custody.
I don't care! I don't need you to talk to me or anything! Just leave me alone!
Don't talk then.
I can talk if I want to!
Alright.
I don't need you around! I don't need you to be get the up! That's not alright! I don't give a who's custody of me! Get the away! I don't know how to say it to you! Get the away! Yeah, I'm like a child!
She was charged with concealing identity, aggressive resistance to leaving the vehicle, resisting, and battery on a police officer. If you thought that this case was the most worst one, then you are wrong because you didn't hear about Alex Hunter and Brady. Alex Hunter and Brady, March 15, 2023, La Crosse, Wisconsin. In La Crosse, Wisconsin, an alarming incident unfolded at an elementary school, leading to a lockdown and subsequent police response. The incident involved 3 teenagers, Alex Hunter, Brady, and an unidentified individual. It began when the teenagers, in a vehicle previously known to law enforcement for involvement in criminal activities, drove past the school while shouting threats and profanity toward the students. Witnesses immediately reported the incident, prompting the school to initiate a lockdown for the safety of the students. Multiple officers responded to the scene and intercepted the suspect's vehicle.
Towards the center. I don't know if they're buckling their belts or what. Turn your music down, please. Can you roll your window down, please? Thank you.
How you doing?
Need to see your driver's license, please.
For what?
Complaint over at the school of threats being yelled out at the school kids. Need to see all your driver's license and IDs because it's a complaint from all of you.
I don't have one.
Don't have one? Do you have your ID on you? Front passenger, I'm talking to you. Do you have your ID on you? Can you roll your window down and talk to that officer?
Don't you have to turn the car off?
What's your first name?
1 second, let me finish chewing the car. Brady.
And a birthday, Brady. Don't reach in your pockets, please. What's your address, Brady?
As officers approached, the suspects were seen reaching towards the glove box, raising suspicions further. Upon being questioned by the officers, the teenagers initially displayed a dismissive attitude, denying any wrongdoing.
Can I ask what kind of threats were made?
Threats to kids.
That is not true at all.
Okay, well that's the complaint we've received.
We're literally getting back from Madison. Everything on you. Trying to smoke sickness.
What's your name, sir? Alex. I'm Ryan. Were you guys over by, was it Blessed Sacrament a little bit ago?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Do you know where it is? King and Losey, were you guys over there? Did you guys like have any interactions with the kid on the playground? None at all? Okay.
I was just coming back from my friend's court date.
Oh, okay. Over at the courthouse?
No, he had court up in Toma.
Oh,
We were
okay.
just coming back from there and then...
Hunter, why don't you go ahead and step out of the car for me, please? Brady, just stay in the vehicle, okay?
However, their attempts to downplay the situation were met with skepticism from law enforcement. Despite their efforts to evade responsibility, officers pressed the teenagers for identification and details about their actions near the school. During the interrogation, the teenagers provided conflicting accounts of their whereabouts and actions, with each offering a different story.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. We didn't do anything.
Okay, well, your attitude isn't going to help you.
So we had a complaint, people in this car were yelling at the kids in the playground. That's why you're being stopped right now, okay?
Okay, step over this way, please. He can come right here.
We'd like to hear your side if there was like someone saying something to you first or something like that.
I met you before.
Oh yeah? I'm Sergeant Rossman.
You recognize me?
I don't think so. How do I know you?
I don't know if I know you either. I was just asking if I did.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Tell me what happened today over at the school.
Nothing. We came back from Madison. We're going there for a court date because our friend's going to prison.
Okay,
And we're driving back. Now we're here to go pick up a friend from school.
okay. And where did you pick him up from?
We haven't picked him up yet. We're about to. He goes to TC.
Was there information that there was a ski mask involved?
I'll pull him out. Yeah, I'll step out for my guy. What's your name?
Are there any ski masks in the vehicle that you know of?
There's possibly one in my backpack, but I haven't had it on.
So what caused you to go by the school over on Losey?
Because we're coming back from Alaska.
You want to just face the car and just put your hands up? I'm going to pat you for weapons at this point, okay?
Okay, can I see it? I don't want to search your bag. I just want you to show it to me. I'll have him bring the bag here if that's right.
We're coming this way.
Okay, so what caused you to go all the way down and around and make a loop?
Ma'am, I don't think you understand. We did not yell at any kids.
You put your phone away, please. You can make someone when we're done here, okay?
Okay.
All right.
You're not answering my question. If you're coming to pick up him,
irrelevant.
Am I going back to jail?
I don't think so.
it is relevant.
We
okay?
did not make any threats to any children. Why
Okay.
would we yell at a bunch of kids saying we're going to kill them?
That's a good question.
Despite their denials, officers continued to gather information, including the possibility of threats being made directly towards the students. As the investigation progressed, officers discovered additional incriminating evidence, including false identification and a half-empty bottle of alcohol in the vehicle.
Somebody was yelling
They did
threats.
not yell any threats. We don't got time for that.
Did you yell out the window?
No.
They claim not to know where Blessed Sacrament was, but they gave you the route, so it took them right there. So we do have them there. So
No.
I'm driving. I can't be doing that shit.
People can yell and still drive.
So we turned around, and we went back the way we came. And they were all just around the teachers saying whatever they said. I don't know.
Okay.
Do you know who I am? Probably not.
Nope.
Okay. I've been trying to stay out of shit for so long. I do not need this.
Okay. Well, here we are.
I know, and I'm not trying to be here, and I'm not trying to be rude, but it's
Okay.
frustrating.
Yeah, and you can get as frustrated as possible, but we have as much as you want, but we have a job to do. We
understand
received
that,
the
but-
complaint, and they had to take all these kids into the school because of the threats that were
And
made.
I'm not even mad at you guys. I'm just mad at whoever called the police saying that we're trying to
School officials.
kids.
School
Well,
officials.
whoever's saying we're making threats, saying we're trying to kill them is
And you made no statements, no yelling, no nothing
no.
out.
That is outrageous, dude.
Do you have any weapons in the car?
Furthermore, a search of Alex's backpack revealed bullets and masks, heightening concerns about the potential threat posed by the teenagers. Both the teenagers were placed under arrest. Alex Hunter faced felony charges for making terrorist threats, while Brady was charged with misdemeanor disorderly conduct. Additionally, Hunter faced multiple counts of bail jumping due to his existing legal troubles. That's all for this video. We hope you have found this video informative and interesting. What measures do you believe are most effective in addressing bullying within our schools? Let us know in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon for more interesting videos like this. Thank you for watching our video.